Kevin, yep. Thank you. Six, thank you. All right, guys. Here we are, back for week 3 of the Super League here at SuperCharged in Edison. So this is how we sit. I need one more. Just one more. Thanks, man. So this week I decided to give you a little glimpse into the seeding process here. So this week for week 3, we've been sorted into our racing divisions. I have successfully made my way into Division 1, which is the fastest division. I just about squeaked in by a couple of tenths. So that's fine. And I'm looking forward to some exciting racing. So now we're into sorted into divisions, like I just said, which means now we're still racing for time, but now we're racing for points. So we'll be given a certain amount of points depending on where we rank at the end of the night. We have 2 heats, and our times will get averaged between the 2. I'm back on track, we're back on track 1, which is my preferred track. It's a little more technical, a little more interesting in my opinion, and I think a little bit more forgiving in many ways, despite it being more technical. I just like to flow a little bit better, and it's just better for my style. So I'm lined up here in 14th out of 16 carts in our division here. Based on my times across the 2 quali sessions, this is about where I ended up. Somewhere in that bottom sort of third, which is fine. I didn't have a great quali on track 2, but despite that, here I am, and achieved my goal of being in the top division again. So right now Division 4 is out on track. They try to mix us up so that we don't get the same starting position every time. So again, there's 4 divisions for this league, and they want to give us an equal shot at the track at the best conditions. So thankfully this week we are the last group on track. So it went Division 2, then Division 3, then Division 4, and then we are Division 1. So we'll have the track at its warmest for each of the races, so I'm looking forward to that. Last 2 weeks we've had the track at the coldest, which is always really challenging to handle, especially early on. It's just really hard to find the grip, and oftentimes you end up wasting a lot of laps in the beginning trying to find the grip, and then by the time the tires come in, you're still not quite sure where the line is. So I'm looking forward to having a little bit more temperature before we go. As you notice, I'm feeling the tires right now. These tires actually feel like they got some heat in them. They're warm to the touch than my gloves. That's a good sign. So hopefully I won't have to warm up so much, and we can get straight to putting in some fast lap times. So it looks like Division 4 is just about to come in, or about to pour into the pits now, which means we'll be heading out ourselves in just a few. So some final prep. I like to check my seat position. For both tracks, I like to run the seat about 3 stops in front of all the way back. Seem to get the best balance of grip that way. It does affect the balance of grip depending on how further forward or back you sit. And this is just the balance I found. This is about as far forward as I can get before my legs start to get a little cramped. So, but I seem to get a little bit better front end by sitting up about this far. So just in a few minutes, they're going to unplug us and turn us on. You'll hear the fake engine noise come on, which is, I could take it or leave it, depending on how I feel in the day, but it can get pretty loud, as you've already heard in my previous video. So here we are, and we're started up and getting unplugged. So just trying to stay relaxed, keep my hands nice and relaxed. Even though this is just for fun, I do tend to get pretty amped up about this, so just kind of keep it relaxed, keep it chill, go out and have a good time. So we're in the last row, we're going to be last to pull out, so we got a little bit to sit here. So we're going to go visors down, and we're good to go. That's Rollin and Dakota just rolling out on the second row, and now here we go. So on these out laps, we're probably going to get up to speed pretty quick since we're last here. So I will not get a lot of time on the out lap to warm up, so we're going to start getting a little heat in here. We're up to about half speed. And here we go. So we're about to go around the final corner for start finish for the first lap, time lap. So let's walk you around. So big hairpin right, flat out there. Try to get all the way to the right. This blind uphill left. Get to point it straight as quickly as possible. We're going to try slight lift to get pointed. Stay to the right. Keep this left nice and tight. Whoops, that didn't go so well. Anyway, as we warm the tires up, the line's going to evolve. Yeah, grip feels good right away, which means the track's warm, and these tires are warm. Yep, I can take that right flat. All right, let's try that again. Oh yeah. Chris by. Okay. I think we're clear back. This part does not feel particularly fast. But we'll see what we can get out of it. Alright, so let's try that again. So bank right, uphill left. As the grip comes in, I can tighten this up more. Point it straight. This left. Whoops, a little brush there. First bank left. Yep. All right. Now I feel like I can get the cart to do what I want. This right I can take flat if the cart's in and the temperature, tires are in and the temperature's there. You can take that flat with no problem. Yes. This is the advantage of going out late after the track's warm, because there's not much warm up. This is about as good as we're going to get right away. A little too much sliding there. Trust it. There you go. A little wider on entry there, not on purpose, but starting to feel that rotation. The kart is rotating quite readily now. Oh yeah. So that feels like a switch turned on. I can rotate this kart with very little effort now. And that feels great. That's why I suggested by my friend Nick, a little lift to this corner points me straight. Then I can get a nice climb through here, which sets me up nicely for this. Real nice and tight. Nice, that felt really good. Yeah, we're starting to feel good now. A little wide there, but that's not a bad sign. We're going to try to unwind the steering a little earlier on the next lap. Feels great now. Big lift there. That felt like it pointed the kart real nicely. Push a little too hard there, a little too much lift. The rotation is good now and I don't need to lift that much. So I'll unwind the steering, let that run out. I feel like I didn't bog as much. A little brush on the wall there. Ow, that hurt. So plenty of room back, so I don't need to let him pass. All right. Let's focus now. We're probably in the closing laps. I've lost count at this point, but got to be coming out soon. Oh, that was all the way flat. That's lovely. Okay, there we go. Let's try the nice tight line. Unwind. That feels good. Feels like my minimum speed is good. Whoa. That was weird. My arm caught, my elbow caught between the seat and the wheel. That almost got stuck there. That was a little scary. That was probably too big of a lift. Really good. Okay. We are definitely coming into the best that these tires are going to be, so we really got to focus now. White flag. So this will be my last lap, so let's push this now. Flat. Nice clear track in front. Let's see if we get this one. Oh, come on. Yeah, there you go. All right. All right, so some things to keep in mind for the next race. Early turn in, kind of a big run out on the uphill seems to work. Feels good. The lift going into the right at the top of the hill seems to point me nice straight and give me a little bit more rotation through the swirly bit. And there seems to be a fair amount of grip going into the final corner. On those laps, I was pushing in pretty hard and not really lifting at all. So that means there's plenty of grip there. So need to utilize all of that as best as we can. So track one's a bit more of a workout than track two. I'm feeling pretty gassed at the moment. But that felt good. It felt pretty slow at the beginning, but I felt like the tires were coming in at least at the end. So we'll see how we do. Worst case, I try not to use all my drops in the first 2 weeks, but I do have the opportunity to do so if I need to. Well, thank you guys for coming along with that, and we'll see you in just a minute for race 2.